It's all in the beer. Yeah! All right. We got 3 openers, and then we got the Quit Your Day Job Comedy Tour. It's going to be dope, but your first act of the night is a tall drink of water whom I love very deeply. Please put your hands together for my man, J.W.Brogan.
Thanks. Give it up one more time for our host, Bubs. All right, let's give it up one more time for me. All right, guys, there's a lot of weird things going on in the social spectrums, the political climate that we're in. Doesn't really matter what your opinion is, but we can all agree that every now and then we can use a little escapism. I'm going to provide you with that. Tonight, if you would, I would like you all to take a journey with me inward, and I would like to tell you all the story of the strongest, most powerfully willed women that I've ever known in my entire life. China, the wrestler. That's not true. The story's about my aunt, right? My Aunt Gwen. She's no longer with us. She passed with breast cancer, so let's go ahead and take a moment of silence. Thank you. All right. Now, to give you a little bit of backstory, I was born to an indifferent father and a junkie for a mother. You know, some people are born with a silver spoon in their mouth. I was born with a bent one in my hand. But luckily, my aunt, she wasn't having that shit. So she comes over to the apartment that I'm living in with my mom and my dad. This is in Houston. She comes over with a .357 Magnum, and she picks me up. I'm 3 years old. She comes over with a .357 Magnum and picks me up and tells my biological mother, look, if you ever try to come get this kid again, if you ever come looking for this boy, I will shoot you in your stomach. Now, I don't know if you all understand why the stomach is such a distinction, because this is 2 women. These are 2 women who have had children. So this is woman to woman, mother to mother, and you hear in the movies, I'll shoot you in the head, I'll blow your brains out. Well, my aunt looked at her and said, if you ever touch this boy again, I will blow the ovaries out of your fucking back, you cunt. That's pretty fucking gangster. She would have fucking done it too. So, pretty much after I was essentially adopted at gunpoint, we moved to a really, just kind of run down, kind of rough, morally decrepit part of Pensacola called Pensacola. And I grew up here, developed a lot of lifelong, really strong, really heartfelt, deep into my core, drug addictions. Now, I call them drug addictions and not drug problems because the only problem that I've ever had was finding the good ones. So we're down here. My aunt, she's a bartender. My uncle, he's a musician. Now, they have friends over all the time, drinking, smoking, playing cards all night. This is the mid-90s. This is at the ass end of when people still smoked cigarettes in their own house. Like, yeah, they knew that the secondhand smoke was bad for the kids, but hey, we're not putting them out on the fucking kids, am I right? That was kind of the it's not the PC culture we live in now. So, fast forward, about 6 years later, I'm 12 years old. I'm smoking cigarette butts I find in public ashtrays. I'm skateboarding. I'm lying about times I didn't actually get drunk. I'm just like the coolest kid you've ever seen, right? Just like the coolest fucking kid. Well, then puberty hit. And as you can tell from my voice and my facial hair, puberty did not hit very hard. That's alright, I grew up quick. I grew up mean. But you know, you get on stage and you try to tell jokes, you try to tell a little bit about yourself, about your life. And it's times like this, when I'm on stage with a half-baked premise, looking out into a crowd of indifferent people, when half the room is somehow over-talking the guy with a fucking microphone. And I really think, you know, I wish that I had listened to what my aunt told me when I was younger. Well, what did your aunt tell you when you were younger? I don't know, I didn't fucking listen. Thanks, I'm J.W. Brogan. Enjoy the rest of your show.